July 2009, I was living in a suburb not far from where we are now called Westmere, which is like
Close.
one suburb over from Point Chev. So when this came on the news, it sort of captivated me, and I'd never ever heard before that moment of the phrase "suicide by cop." Had never heard it before.
Yeah.
And that was you on the news. So talk us through that day.
So I had a very public mental and spiritual breakdown. I'd broken up from a relationship. It was unhealthy, and I helped destroy that even more. And it blew up, and I thought, I'll get even clearer. To get out of this crazy relationship, I did something even more crazier and stupid, and I went and slept with somebody else to make sure it really exploded.
Oh, so self-destruct.
Self-destruct. Yeah. I wanted it to really explode. And I called the police on myself. I called the police on myself because I thought I was the biggest pile of crap in the world. No one will ever forgive me for all the things that I'd compiled. I built a case against myself. And all the floodgates from the past just burst open. So it's like the past, present, future is all converging all at once. And you're hurt, scared, angry, confused. And I thought, I don't want to be alive. And I thought, I know. I've seen police shoot Māori on the news, right or wrong. I'm a Māori. That should be easy. And I thought I deserved a violent death. So I called the police up, brother. Called them on myself. And ended up being shot in the chest at close range by provoking the police to shoot me dead.
The whole thing is just awful, and there's so much to unpack here. I've heard the 111. I'm sorry for laughing.
No,
I've heard the 111 call. You're wearing a t-shirt now that says "Shot, Bro."
Yeah.
For anyone that wants to watch your play documentary.
Documentary.
It's on YouTube. You can just look up "Shot, Bro" and you'll find it. It starts with the 111 call, and then the video footage. It's very difficult to watch, but you hear the call, you call yourself and you describe yourself, and you're wearing like costume camouflage gear.
Well, I'm wearing World War II trousers from a theatre show that I co-wrote and co-acted in. And I'm wearing a Air Force Army trench coat, which a good friend of mine gave to me as a present. So I'm looking like somebody's having a massive mental breakdown who looks pretty crazy, dressed in military regalia. So I was pretty much dressing the part and freaking the police out.
Yeah, so you had a knife in one hand, and in the other hand you had like a ladle covered with a
tea towel.
So they'd think that was a gun.
Yeah, so I had it was a meat cleaver and a soup ladle wrapped in a tea towel. And I went out there wanting to be I just wanted it to end. And I wanted this hurt to stop in my mind. And so, the police officer did say, don't take another step. And I took that step. And guess what happens when you take that step? When they say, don't take another step. So I got that 9mm bullet into me, ripped through my internal organs, dropped me, and I realised I made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, and you can hear that in the footage, because there were camera crews that made it there in time. You were yelling out over and over again, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I've had quite a few people ask me, well, who are you sorry to, Rob? And I had to think about it, and I was like, I think I was sorry to the policeman. I was freaking out. I was sorry to everybody I may have hurt in my life growing up. It was just all these sorries compounded from childhood.
So just going back a little bit, so the police turn up, then how long is that whole interaction?
I don't know. Time is just, it's blurred.
Right, so you hear this, you're in the house, you hear the sirens that you called on yourself, and then you come out on the street?
So I called the police, and I was wondering, on myself, and I was wondering why no one has come into the house. In my mind, they're going to burst and blow me away, and that's the end of Rob.
Yeah.
But no one was coming in the house, and I was getting frustrated, so I went outside onto the street, and that's where they were outside, because I did call them.
Mm-hmm. And they're how far away from you? So you're on the street, one's hiding behind a tree,
Yes.
One's hiding behind the police car, like 20 metres, 15 metres?
Oh, it's around about 15 metres.
Right.
And they're not that far away, brothers, and so.
And do they try and negotiate with
yes,
you?
Yeah. This police officer's trying to reach out to me, and ask me what my name is, and trying to reach out, but I'm in this full storm. I call it the storm of suicidal ideation, where I was like, don't try and reach out to me. And I think I may have said my name. I did say my name, actually. And so I said my name. What's your name? I said my name. It's like, And it's got my other inner voice, which is all in shop representation, and my inner voice going, my inner critic or my inner taniwha saying, why the hell did you tell him your name? And basically, it was kind of like I was trying to reach out through the storm myself. But he did warn me. They said, what's in the tea towel? I said, you know what's in the tea towel? They said, don't take another step. I took that step and bang, shot in the chest at close range. Yeah.
But it missed your vital organs.
No, it cut through my organs.
Right.
And it was stuck inside of me, so they couldn't find it.
How did you not die?
That's a great question.
There must be like a purpose, right? There's got to be a reason.
Absolutely. And so my grandmother, she's from the Hokianga, so very much a Hokianga Catholic. She said, you know, I gave you the Archangel Michael medal, and it's because of I gave you this medal, you're alive. And whatever the reasons are, it's to give me a second chance. And with that second chance, I'm going around Australasia to communities and organisations to normalise this conversation using humour and lived experience to open up those very heavy, crunchy doors we're uncomfortable about addressing.
Yeah, bro. And the work you've done since this happened, the darkest day of your life, it's incredible. It's inspirational and it's phenomenal. And I guess I wonder if that's the purpose that you survived.
I feel it is. I definitely feel it is. I was at a mental health grassroots conference in Hastings, and I presented, and one of the other presenters came up to me. He literally rolled up to me in a wheelchair. His name is Wayne Forrest. He's a really good man. And he rolled up to me after listening to me, and he said, he looked up at me and he said, you know, that happened to you for a reason. And part of that reason is for you to send this message out to people.
Yeah.
And I didn't know his story. I looked at this man in a wheelchair and I was thinking, what happened to him? And then I get to hear his story about a rugby playing farmer who went into a tackle, rugby tackle, and never came out of it. So everyone's got a story. It's just, I suppose the key thing I'm meeting from people who have gone through trauma is from the ashes, hope rises. Yeah. And it's creating hope in different communities.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you get shot. So you're lying on the ground, repeatedly shouting out, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." Then what happens? Do you black out? You pass out?
No, I'm still awake because the bullet is searing my internal organs. It's on fire.
Yeah, because I would say you're the only person I'll ever have the privilege of speaking to that's been shot in the chest and survived. So yeah, describe that pain.
Once again, quite a few people have asked that question. What does it feel like? It's like having a hot iron poker in the fire, and then someone stabs it inside of you, and it doesn't stop burning. So it's like sizzling your internal organs. So the suicidal storm that's going in my mind is now overridden by the burning internal organs. So now it's like, that's not a problem. But the problem's down here now, brother. And I am just in a whole world of pain in a different way. And from the healing process, I've met a lot of people, and I realise, meeting lots of different people around Australasia, is that people don't want to kill themselves. They just want the hurt to stop up here.
100%. Absolutely.
And I'm one of those people who survived that, and a lot of people don't. So I'm very blessed to get a second chance at life.